My name is Anha.
And I'm Kenny.
Kenny and I met at our internship 2 summers ago at Red Hat, and since then we've been obsessed with thinking about how technology can transform our future. So, talking about step changes in technologies like the landline to the iPhone and the search to the LLM. At the same time, we're also hyper aware of the world's polycrises or the S problems, things like existential crises of the climate, government deficits, things that threaten great suffering for tons of people. So, how do we forge a path between these S curve innovations and the crises? We hypothesized that an amazing solution to bring to bear would be a public prediction market geared towards academics and researchers. And again, using the wisdom of the crowds, we would put real time ground truths into the hands of researchers to guide the future of research questions um, and and really cross that narrow path between innovation and crisis.
So, if you've ever tried any existing betting markets before, like Kalshi or Polymarket, you know they're scarily accurate in domains that are completely out of left field and that people don't have much information in, and this is due to wisdom of the crowds. We believe the same technique and the same principles can transform academic research through cheap, rapid, and accurate feedback loops. We want to start in the domain of climate science and climate change, and this is why we have built Ambitus, which is a platform for climate related betting, as well as a way for universities and think tanks to submit questions for a small fee that get answered by the users who are betting on these questions. And the money from these fees also goes directly to users, incentivizing them to bet through reward points they can spend on climate and eco friendly items. Let's start with the front page.
Thanks, Kenny. So let's spend 20 seconds just exploring this first page. We have this beautiful glass morphic ambient navigation bar with several different um, basically toggles that we're going to be clicking through. I'm already logged in. Ideally, we're going to set up a way to connect our wallets and, of course, pay for the various contracts that are listed on the platform. I'll walk you firstly through just some of these market cards that you're seeing. Each of the questions are representative of a deep research question that's an open question with great uncertainty in a specific field. We, of course, are listing on each market card not only the resolve date, which indicates the kind of date of closure for the market, as well as kind of against what data source the final resolution of either yes or no, or just really the final answer to this question, by which data source this will be validated by. So we have several examples, and this is just, again, the entry point into the product. Users will be recommended kind of the hottest or most kind of hand-tailored market cards to suit them, as well as kind of a climate digest to guide their research and answering process. And briefly, this is this the initial landing page we were just on is just a slice of the near 20 idea futures, or rather event contracts, that we have listed here. Each of these span one of around 7 to 8 different categories. All of these are, again, interactive and responsive, and we can, for example, if we toggle into the tech category, we can understand not only, hey, will India's renewable energy capacity surpass 200 gigawatts by June 2025, but here we can also choose whether we want to bet instantaneously. So let's say, I see like the 82% probability of this being yes, I've done my research, I think this is a fair bet, I'm going to purchase. And then through this, I can place a purchase instantaneously, or alternatively, I can submit a bid order for later, and we see that that little ticket coming up. So this is something, the yes/no markets, that exists really across platforms. I'm going to hand off to Kenny to talk about limit orders and then where we differentiate in terms of features.
Yeah, so another standard feature from betting markets that we're implementing here is limit orders. If you don't want the current price, you can submit whatever price you're willing to pay, put in the contracts, and basically this ensures that there's always contracts waiting for you to buy, and we always have a liquid market. So beyond that, we also implemented our custom innovation, which is blind markets. And so conventional wisdom of the crowd works most effectively when people are making guesses independently of each other. And in this case, we do blind betting for 3 reasons. Number one is we want this increase in accuracy when people don't know what everyone else is doing. Number two, we want to reward people for being close to the correct answer rather than punish them for being inaccurate or imperfect. And this will encourage people to engage. And number three, there are really cool opportunities here for very mathematically nice distribution of contract resolution, which allows us to do some pretty nice things where you get encouraged to just keep betting and not be so risk averse because the function will basically reward you for making bets in general. So to tie all of this together, we compile this data and provide it to academics in a form of a dashboard where you can see various analytics, you can see people's responses, and you can really analyze this data and use it to guide your decision making. And so beyond the side of academics, we also have a shop where users who are betting will get reward points for every bet they make, win or lose, and be able to exchange them for coupon codes for eco-friendly items and just create positive value chains in eco-friendly and climate-friendly products overall.
Thanks so much for listening. We are thrilled to see the potential of how to change the environment around the future through research with Ambitus.
And our next steps are to validate this with academics, test this with users, and hopefully grow this into a real platform. Thank you.